This is a sterile research environment. Leave at once.
Hi guys, welcome to the second video of this dungeon. Now for this one there will be the middle boss of the dungeon obviously, and this fight probably to me is quite annoying. It's not really that hard to do, but it's just quite annoying to get this one done. Now there will be three phases that you need to complete. The initial phase will be killing the mobs around the boss, and basically you just have to get on four of them, out of the way before getting the boss down to 75%, because once the boss down at 75%, it will trigger the first phase. Now basically during the first phase, Frizz will summon a golem and a laser beam spinning around the ground. Now you have to kill the golem while avoiding the laser beam down the ground. The best way to do is to run around, and then when the laser beam is getting close to you, you have to jump onto the box. And as you can see in this video that there are many boxes around the room, so just jump onto any of them to avoid the laser beam on the ground, and then you should be fine. Now the second phase will trigger once the first phase is done. Basically this time Frizz will activate a big laser beam which would deal damage to both low and high ground, so it's useless to jump onto any boxes around the room. For this encounter, you have to run and try to avoid, just follow with the laser beam whenever it goes, and dealing damage to the two golems. There will be two golems for this encounter obviously, and what you have to do is just follow the big laser beam whenever it goes, and try to deal damage to the two golems at the same time. Just be aware that the two golems will sometimes pull you close to them and then mini stun you, and when they usually do that, the laser beam will follow up afterward, and it will instant kill you, so you have to watch out for that one as well. Now the third phase will trigger once the second phase is done. This third phase is the hardest one, as you need to avoid the big laser beam and the small one underneath it as well. The small one will spin faster than the big one, so you have to watch out for both of them at the same time. It just means that you have to run on top of the box to avoid the small laser beam, and then after that you have to jump down and then follow up the big laser beam. After that you need to kill the two golems, dealing damage to them at the same time too, so it's kinda hard to manage at first, but it might take you a couple of attempts to finish this one. During my first run into this encounter, it took me and my team about 9 attempts to get this one finished, so it will take you a while to get used to the mechanic of this encounter. Now once you get this part down, you will get a chest at the end of the dungeon, and just pick it up, because there will be a few rare items that you want to get. And after that you're done for this encounter, so the next part is pretty relaxed, so if you want it, I think that you can skip it, except for there will be a small encounter during the middle of the bridge that you might want to have a look at it. Aside from that, the rest of them are pretty easy, so feel free to skip, and I will see you in part 4, which is the final boss of this dungeon. Have fun!
This isn't supposed to happen.
Time to do
You
some
should be
real
dead
damage.
by now. cry as I unleash my greatest...
Have I mentioned how much I hate those grubby little inquests?
That looks valuable.